This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is called The Hand of Abyzou. It was written by Stuart Boon, and it's from Shadows over Scotland. Our keeper of arcane lore is Joseph Clay, and this is episode 2. Our recap will be given by Timothy McJunkin as his character, Altair Murphy. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Timothy.
Thank you, Tom. So, I received a letter concerning a former client of mine named Professor Ashbury. This letter described the good professor in a less than favorable light. Apparently, he infiltrated a snake cult and bit off a bit more than he could chew. This is why I tell people that there's often a vast ocean of distance between education and wisdom. However, the letter intrigued me, and I decided to look into it. I did not know there were others who received the same letter. After arriving at Edinburgh, I decided to give Ashbury's residence a visit. Seeing clear signs of a burglary at some point, I decided to enter carefully. Some creaking floorboards upstairs quickly caught my attention, and I made my way up. Finding a disheveled lass cowering in the corner, yelling, it threw me off my game, and like a damn rookie, I put my firearm away, and I got too close. She tossed a white powder in my face, and I started to hallucinate. Thank God in Christ she did not decide to end me right there, as I was helpless as a newborn babe. This hallucinogen, which I found out later was made of DMT and cobra venom, again, I'm lucky to be among the living. After taking a wee trip round the bend for living what McAlpine put in that letter, I came to in Ashbury's house blessedly alone. Unsuccessfully pulling myself together, I still managed to find a map that proved of some use, as well as a letter from the asylum wanting some more information about Ashbury. I managed to make my way to the EPS building where I met up with the other recipients of the letter. After a hasty introduction, we were able to share some valuable information. Dr. Brady and Mr. Wallace visited Ashbury's office and found an image of 3 intersecting triangles, which was affiliated with a snake cult. Professor Hargrave recognized the emblem to be used in several cultures around the world. It was called a Valknut. I saw the same symbol tattooed on the inside left wrist of the lass who drugged me. Professor Xavier made an astute observation that Ashbury was probably drugged, and we needed to head to the asylum to sort this mess out. Visiting the asylum made it clear we were dealing with a wee bit more than we planned. Ashbury was in a right state, completely catatonic and unresponsive. He was in a room with several others in a similar state. Professor Hargrave had a pipe which belonged to Ashbury and thought the familiar smell of this tobacco might snap him back to himself. Well, it had an effect. Just not the one that we wanted. As Ashbury started chanting, down, down, down. Saying down caused me to think of the vaults beneath the town. And I had an absolutely brilliant idea of showing the poor man the map I found. And this must have overloaded his senses, and he went into a bit of a fright. Soon the others in the room started chanting, down, down, down. Then they all went into a seizure together. I'll be damned, that was the strangest thing these eyes have ever seen. Through the course of this, Mr. Wallace noticed a Vulcan tattoo on Ashbury's arm. He has a keen eye, that one. I took him for a bruiser, but he seems to have his wits about him. Good to have someone like him watching my back through all this. But from here we headed to the library to see if we could discover something to help figure this mess out. I'm no stranger to reading a good book, but I've not spent a great deal of time in libraries. They proved to be pretty damn useful if you ask me though. We learned there were no maps of the vaults, but that many have disappeared in them. The inherent danger posed by them seems to have led the town to seal up the entrances, but it's obvious someone has found a way in and out. Comparing what we found with the map that had several marks that were erased, seems Ashbury found lots of these places that were sealed up tight. This will help us narrow down where to look. Also, finding some of the local vagrants and street urchins might prove useful as well. In my experience, they see a lot more than anyone else. We decided to find accommodations, call it a day. Myself and Professor Hargrave made full use of the bar, trading war stories with one another. While there, we noticed the bartender, Gordon Killen. He was a wee bit anxious. It seemed somehow tied to Dr. Albans, who was also sitting in the room. This whole mess from receiving the damn letter, getting drugged, talk of cults, snake people, seeing the poor professor completely cracked. I have more questions than answers. And I think I'm off my game. Perhaps I'm just getting too old for this shite. But I don't think I'm the only one who's feeling a bit paranoid. Professor Hargrave and myself both found the bartender's anxiety a bit alarming. Seemed to inadvertently work together to comically find a way to find that he didn't even have a tattoo on his arm, though we had suspected it. So we both wisely decided it was time to go to the rooms and get some sleep. However, on the way out, the bartender stopped us. Dr. Albans was going to fire him if we kept asking him questions. Dr. Albans just wanted this to be over and swept under the rug. The doctor does not want this bad business to bring negative light onto the EPS and is more than willing to sacrifice Ashbury to do so. I can see the doctor's point, as Ashbury seems to unwisely have brought this upon his own head, but I have learned over the years to listen to my instincts, and my instincts are telling me that we need to keep looking.
Thank you very much. So we're going to come back to everyone. You turned in for the night after you spoke with the bartender. So we are at the next morning. The society currently is still conducting normal business. There's a few meetings coming in and out of scientists and various academics, talking over different topics. Most of them benign to what you're dealing with. It's just stuff like how the central nervous system works and is there a soul, things like that. What are you all doing currently?
Are we all together having breakfast or?
You definitely can be. Breakfast would be provided by the society at your request. So if that's something you want, they could definitely do that.
Yeah, let's have breakfast together.
I think I think we've amassed enough evidence in our own experiences that there is definitely some sort of a cult that's functioning. Somebody with tattoos on their hands, somebody using snake venom, along with the professor may have gotten onto something.
I'd like us to keep a healthy degree of skepticism, Professor Hargrave. The mind
Well,
can do a lot of tricky things when it's under stress. He may have experienced some type of trauma, and some of this may be metaphorical, if you will. I'd
Well,
like to interview him directly.
of course, we should go there, but considering the fact that the people who were there, the people who were here, saw this sort of vision of a man glowing coming in through the door, seems to me to indicate that they were all drugged in the same manner that Alistair was drugged. They might not remember having powder blown in their faces, but that's because they were hallucinating.
Indeed,
We
I'm sure
also,
they saw something.
and we also need to remember that there was someone in his house when I was there, as well as Mr. Malcolm. Didn't you see someone?
yes, outside of his office.
Yes, we both
I'm
did.
waiting.
There's definitely some sort of secret society going on.
It's the part about the caves and the strange tunnels underneath. It seems preposterous.
It could just be that that's a narrative they make. They could just be meeting in someone's basement.
Exactly.
That's true.
I think there is some of this is possibly a narrative that's been made up in his own mind. And I think hypnosis would be a good way to get to the root of it.
Indeed.
But didn't we say that the vaults actually exist? And we talked about it yesterday that we might attempt to go down or find an entry.
Yes.
No.
I mean,
I
it
remain
would
skeptical.
theoretically be a good place to hide a secret meeting. You could do it in a vault somewhere. You could do it underground. You could do it, like you say, in somebody's basement. But it may have gotten out of hand. It may not just be 5 or 10 people. It might be a much larger cult by now.
And I agree with you, Dr. Raley. It could be a narrative weaved into it, maybe something done to the mind. Absolutely. But there is someone or a group of someones who definitely have an interest in the good professor, or at least
People,
in those who are going to be investigating the professor.
And
it's
we can
definitely
assume
suspicious.
that their interest in the professor is only because he stumbled onto their secret. They must have some much darker, nefarious infiltration of the government or something. Who knows? The undermining of religious institutions, and we are after the truth.
Oh my goodness,
So
politics. I'm not going to lie. I think I'd rather ghosts.
We'll see
let's.
what we find as we follow the trail, but I can assure you that people who transform into snakes do not exist.
No nonsense.
I've never seen
Uh,
that myself either.
Have you met a lawyer?
That's a good point. I have met a few of them.
as the letter had said, seeing snakes that walk around on 2 legs. Even he thought that it was a reference to the shady people you might meet on the street, and perhaps it was. Let's get to the asylum and see if Dr. Matthews can, if Dr. Brady can hypnotize him into saying something.
I've never seen a hypnotism. I'm actually looking forward to this.
Well, we'll just watch this watch right here, and I'll show you.
I can assure you it's
That's
not fake memories.
amazing.
Well, I'll follow you all to the asylum. Think we'll be let back in?
He's a
Maybe.
doctor. He should be able
Um,
to get back in.
I mean, yes, but the welcome is less warm this time for obvious reasons. They do ask that you not overwhelm the patients this time, and there's only one to come in.
Well, perhaps Dr. Brady.
I'm going to ask if I can consult first with the attending physician.
Can I make this suggestion? I know they only wanted one, but Malcolm is quite physically fit. If the patient could get out of hand, he'd be willing to help restrain him and protect Dr. Brady.
A solid point, but they do have orderlies for that. Um, why don't you give me a fast talk roll to see if you can convince them?
Oh, I've never done a fast talk in the history of this game. Where is fast talk? Which means I probably didn't put anything into it. Oh, I've got 30 points in it. How did I do that? And I got 41. So I want to spend luck. I've got a lot of luck.
Do you do
I'll
luck in your
spend.
games?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll spend the 11 luck to pass.
Okay. All right. So you spend that luck, you pass. The head nurse tries to convince you it's unnecessary. There's 2 orderlies behind her, and both of them are 6'6". But you talk so fast and you're so quick with it. She eventually says, "Okay. He can go, but only those 2."
And Malcolm is to protect Dr. Brady.
Yes.
Your orderlies can take care of the patient.
Thank you, nurse. I'll also step aside towards Brady.
Yeah,
And we'll sit in the waiting room.
We're just going to walk in like we know exactly what we're doing.
Read the magazines in the waiting room.
Maybe it would be constructive to get some equipment for going into the tunnels while we wait. While you
I
wait.
can take care of that. I have connections back at the society. I'll go take care of that.
Oh, well,
Meet me back at the society, and I'll have the stuff procured by then. So anybody want to come with me, they can. But otherwise, that's where I'm going.
I'll
Okay,
go
so
with you.
you're gonna
Just
go back to
let
you're
me-
gonna go back to the society to just to like plumage their equipment, right? Or plunder their equipment. Excuse me.
Request or requisition, if you will. I have a little bit of clout with them.
and I'll go with just so you're not by yourself.
And I'll stay here for when they're done.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be Charles and Alistair are heading back to the society. And then Hargrave is staying here, correct? Just in the
I'm
waiting
staying
room.
here. Yeah.
Okay. But Brady and Malcolm are going to be going in.
Yeah.
What do you do in a waiting room? You smoke.
In a hospital.
Yeah.
That's progressive.
Well, the doctors smoke in the hospital.
The 1920s. They probably prescribed
Good for
it.
you.
They probably would prescribe it for you, and a pill of arsenic. All right. So arsenic aside, we're gonna Malcolm and Dr. Brady, you're gonna head into a meeting area. It's not the same bedroom where you saw the professor before. They've sequestered him off where it's just him in a room. He's not in a straitjacket, but he is in a padded room. And he's just staring off. He's sitting on his bed, upright, and he's staring off into just the distance.
Ash, it's Matt. Do you recognize me? Does he even look?
He does. He kind of, his gaze breaks at you, and he smiles curtly, and you're Brady.
There you are, good fellow. I knew you were in there somewhere.
Brady, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. You should go home.
It's all right. It's
Go
all
home,
right,
Brady.
Joe.
Go home.
It's all right. It's all right, Joe. I'm only here for a visit. I just want to talk, that's all. Can we talk for a bit?
I don't. I'm busy. I have a lot of research to do. I shouldn't stop to talk. Where am I?
I think this will help, Ash. You've had an episode. There's something going on inside your head, and I'd like to get to the bottom of it, but you have to let me in a little bit. We have to have a conversation. Would you be willing to do that with me?
Yeah, he said the same thing in Turkey. I don't know. I really think you should go home, Brady.
I assure you, it's going to be just fine.
Okay. So he kind of like smiles and he kind of nods. So how do you want to initiate that? How do you want to describe to me what you want to do with this this hypnosis? Excuse me.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna first. I'm just gonna hold up a pen. I'm just gonna be like, follow the pen, Ash. Just follow it with your eyes. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to count down from 3. All right? Each time, between each number, we're going to breathe in deeply and breathe out slowly. All right? Let's start now, shall we?
So he starts to follow your pen with your eyes. The first thing that jumps out at you, you can decide if it throws you off or not. Is the sides of his eyes are a bright bloodshot red. And it doesn't look like he's like a. It doesn't look like he's like a monster or anything. It looks like he had so much stress that, like, the capillaries in his eyes exploded in the back of his eyes.
Okay, I'll just keep going. Breathe
Okay.
in, breathe out. That's right. 3. Now again. Breathe in, breathe out. It's just you and me, Ash. That's 2. Breathe in, breathe out. It's just us. You hear my voice, Ash? That's good. One last time. Breathe in, breathe out. It's just us here together, Ash. Now, let's go back, shall we? I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me about your experiences. Tell me about the snake cult.
He jerks when you say that.
It's all right. It's all right. You're safe. Everything's safe. We're just looking. Like looking through a looking glass. That's all, Ash. Tell me how it started. Where are you?
I'm in the library.
Who is there with you? What are you doing?
I'm doing my routine research. And I get approached.
Tell me, who approaches
it's a woman.
A woman. Keep going. Describe the woman. What does she look like, Ash?
She's long hair. She's wearing a dark green coat.
Good. That's good, Ash. Now, what does she want?
She's passing me a book.
Tell me about the book.
It's a book about the Roman expansion in the area. She wanted my opinion on certain writings. I can't remember the writings. I just remember it was about Rome. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the name of the book?
No.
I'll look over at Malcolm and I'll say, like, I'll just whisper to him, make a note. We'll check the library records to see.
Ask him what the book looked like.
Can you describe it, Ash? Describe what the book looked like.
It was modern. It wasn't old. It looks like a reprinting. It looked like a reprinting of some sort, and it just was. It was about tunnels in the area and how the Romans used them.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the tunnels, Ash. Let's skip ahead. When did you encounter the tunnels?
It's so dark. There's no way out. I've been here for days. I can't find my way out. They know, and they're chasing me. I've been running for days.
Who's they, Ash? Who's chasing you, Ash?
The nameless ones. That's what they call themselves. That's what I used to be.
That's what you were part of the cult. You were a nameless one.
Yes, we gave up ourselves for the cause.
Very well, Ash.
They're gonna.
How did you get there, Ash? How did you get in there?
It was a dirty. An old man. It was a bar. Or was it a blacksmith? It was a building, and we went down the basement.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Who took you
writing
to the
on the
basement?
wall. That's what she wanted me to translate.
Woman. What was her name, Joe? Do you remember her name?
No,
Ash.
it's like I can't. It's like it's almost like it's got. It's like it should be there, but it's been scooped out of me. Does that make sense? I don't.
That's
I
all
can't
right.
remember.
That's all right.
I can't
It's all
remember.
right. It's all right. You're doing very, very well, Ash. Tell me about the man, Ash. About the nameless ones.
They're just people. Parlor tricks.
Yes.
Just parlor tricks. They're just people.
Yes.
There's a lot of them, though. A lot.
All right, Ash. I think that's enough for now. I'm going to bring you back up, all right? We're going to count backwards. We're going to count forwards this time.
Give me a hypnosis roll. I think you actually had that on your sheet, if I remember correctly.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go and roll that one up.
That's a poor roll. No, I failed it.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So you're bringing him out, but the dream is collapsing, but you don't have control. It's almost like something is fighting your control.
That's odd. I've not experienced this before.
No, you haven't. Normally, it's almost like someone else is in the room.
I'm gonna look over at Malcolm with just a look of alarm on my face.
Yeah, I sort of tense up and maybe move closer to stand in between the doctor and, well, Ashbury and Brady.
Is everything all right, Ash? Are you still there?
There's no response.
All right, Ash. I'm going to wake you up now. When I snap my fingers, you're going to wake up. All right. Are you ready? And I'll snap my fingers.
So there's a little jerk, but he lifts his head, and his eyes have changed a completely different color, and he smiles at you. You really don't know how to let things alone, do you?
Uh,
Do you need a personal invitation?
Ash, what do you mean?
No. How about we deliver that personal invitation to your friends going back to the society? And then Ash passes out.
I will look at Malcolm, and then I'll look at the passed out body of Doctor
Yeah,
Ashcroft.
I'm alarmed, so
And you both can give me a sanity roll.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? We should go. We should try to catch up with the others. They're
I
probably
passed.
at the society by now.
Yeah.
A failure.
Okay, so you're going to lose. Let me see. Survey says you're going to lose 2 sanity
Okay.
if you failed. Okay. So you two leave that room. The orderlies come in and they start tending to Ashbury. As you're leaving, Ashbury comes to again, and he kind of reaches out for you, Brady, and he just says, "Brady, leave it alone. Go home. Just go home. It's not worth it."
I'm sorry, Ash. I can't do that.
All right. So you say that you see like a little tear well up in his eye, and then they take him away. So you guys gonna walk out to Hargrave.
Reading a pamphlet. Oh, you're back. How did it go?
Well, it was quite interesting.
We got a lot of information, but it seems, well, maybe you're the psychologist, Dr. Brady. There seems to be some other presence there. Maybe.
I experienced some things I have not experienced before, so I'll tell him the whole story.
Almost like multiple personality disorder.
It was quite strange. Although I think it might be explicable with this DMT cobra venom concoction. Some strange chemistry might be affecting his system.
We need to catch up with the others. There's that warning.
Did sound like a threat. Yeah. Well, let's leave post haste. Oops, we can't hear you, Joe.
We're going to jump back over to Alistair and Charles. You guys are in a car on your way back to the society. You smell it before you see it. You smell the smoke. As you turn the hill, the society building is alight.
Oh my gosh, what's going on?
I don't know. Let's go find out.
Yeah, well, is somebody else driving or are we driving?
You guys, one of you can be driving.
We just careen it right up into the the front and get out and try to figure out what's going on.
Okay. So this is like I said when we originally saw this is a large building, and it is completely on fire on the left side, and that fire is spreading across the building itself. You see people outside. You see McAlpine, who is about 100 feet away from the building itself, and he's sitting like on his knees and he's coughing. You see the bartender, who's tending to him, and you see Albans, who is trying to go back into the building.
Has the fire brigade arrived?
They haven't arrived yet, but you see them on the way up the hill.
So grab like McAlpine and go. Is there anybody else in there? Is there people still in there? Do we have to get them?
This is what I was afraid of. I knew this was going to happen. I knew they would come back. And he just kind of like sobs and he kind of breaks down. He looks up at it. He's like, "There's no one in there, except for all the records and the artifacts."
What do you mean you knew they were going to come back? Who did this?
The same men who attacked Ashbury.
That was the wee little guy that got here. The one he said looked like a snake?
No, the glowing man.
The glowing man. Was he glowing when he showed up?
He was. And then he reached his hand out and he said, "Your mind is broken," and then Ashbury wasn't the same. But this is why I wanted to end.
What did he do this time? Did he come in with a match or did?
No, he came with a can of gasoline. Him and about 10 other people.
10 other people. So this is obviously bigger than one or two. Where did they go from here? Did they just run somewhere? Did you see where they went?
They went into the city.
Got no leads.
What were they wearing?
I don't remember. I was too busy getting the people out. We had maids and stuff inside. I wasn't worrying about what they were wearing. Once we realized what was happening, the building was already on fire.
Let's ask some of the others. Let's ask the bartender. Same questions. Does he see anything? Does he know what they look like?
No, I was the one carrying the professor out. There was a woman, though. I do remember that.
There was
what?
What is she?
Yeah, she looked young. She only stood out because her hair was poking out of her hood.
Is he describing the similar to what I saw in Ashbury's house?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that might be the same one who threw the powder in my face. So it seems like we're dealing with some type of group that's at least well organized.
And we are getting a little close.
Well, maybe a little too close.
This isn't just a threat. This is an obvious, they're ready to take us out.
What area inside did they set a light? Were they looking for something specific, or are they just trying to burn down the building?
They didn't walk in. They just set the west side of the building on fire.
Can you point which direction they ran off in?
Mm-hmm. And he points to the woods. Well, he points to the city. Excuse me.
Is he pointing in the same direction that I came here in my hallucination?
Yes.
I look knowingly at Professor Xavier and say, I recognize that direction. I think we might know what our entrance might be.
We've hit on something. So let's help people where we can and wait for the others, and then we'll kind of regroup and figure out what to do next. Maybe they have some information that we don't. So are there people laying about that are burned and hurt and stuff like that?
No, nothing like that. Everyone got out. Everyone got out pretty safely. It's a big enough building that people could get away from the blaze.
Okay.
But the fire brigade is going to arrive. They're going to start to do their best to put out the fire. It is raging. There's a lot of old parchment, old books, a lot of things that are very flammable in a building like this. And they're doing their best with what they have, which is not much. But the people are safe.
So, Keeper, does it look like to me that this particular area was targeted, or is just randomly trying to burn down the building?
Without a roll, it doesn't look like something was particularly targeted. It looks like they just set the building on fire.
I think that from this point forward, we might want to tread very carefully.
Yeah. So when the others get back, do you want to try to follow your hallucination back? We need to be prepared for more than just like looking around and seeing what's going on.
Well, I think that we need to have a very real conversation about whether or not we want to pursue this line of inquiry and investigate at all. But if we do decide so, it's intrigued me. It's not the first time I've been in danger. Normally I'm getting paid for it. But Ashbury is a friend, and I would like to know what happened to him. So I'm game if everyone else is, but I'm definitely not going to do this by myself.
I totally agree. I'm usually in this for some form of a kind of profit and the same type of thing you are getting paid. But he is a friend, and we'll have to pursue it gingerly.
I agree.
Okay, so around this time, so
We have
Brady, Hargrave, Malcolm. Where are you guys? Are you guys on your way back?
We're on our way back.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on our way back.
So by that
We
point,
also see the smoking building. Yeah.
You definitely do. So that might pick up your pace. You get there and you meet up with Murphy and Charles.
Good Lord, what happened here?
We
Apparently, the cult decided to burn the building down while everybody was inside of it. So
somehow
think
they
this was
were
all a fabrication?
no. Tell him what happened.
Yeah, after talking with Ash, I believe that at least some of it is actually real. I believe that there is a nefarious, at least some nefarious people behind all this, and I believe the woman is at the center of it. Perhaps you could describe the woman who drugged you the other day.
Well, apparently she was here as well, and I'll describe what she looks like.
Does it fit Ash's description of the woman that approached him in the library?
It does.
Yeah,
We need to go somewhere.
We need to find out who this woman is.
Secure and private, so that we can speak with one another.
I do want to let everyone know,
Not be overheard.
after I told you about my little hallucination, that is the direction that everyone ran into. So it seems like that is going to be where we might want to go if we want to pursue this.
Can I, GM, that direction that we're seeing going into the city, is that heading towards Edinburgh Castle, which is where the catacombs and stuff are?
No, it's heading into deeper into the city.
Well, remember Ashbury spoke of, what's it, a bar or blacksmith, where he was led.
We need to go somewhere random and private, even if it's like a park or something outdoors, where we can make sure nobody's near us to listen in.
Something outdoors or made of stone.
And then once we're there, we'll assume that we eventually go there, wherever that is. I'm thinking of strategy, gentlemen. We know there's a cult. I mean, we've gotten confirmation there's a cult. They're dangerous. They're willing to burn down buildings. They want us to stop. What if on the outside we at least pretend to stop? We all get on the train and head on home and sneak back under different identities to continue our investigation. They'll think that we're gone and we will be able to continue. Because I think if we continue as we are now, one of us is going to end up dead. One of us or more of us.
I think that's a very
dangerous.
That's a very good point. It's something that myself and Professor Xavier were talking about a moment ago. Is this even something we want to look into? Because this is very dangerous.
Perhaps it's time we brought in the police.
I think that might not be a bad decision.
What if they're in on it?
That's true.
And then there's the other thing I wasn't even thinking about. How cracked are we going to sound saying that there's a cult of snake people setting fire to buildings?
Also, there's say that there was many, many more of them than we would think.
There's also the question of what happens if we actually do find them. I mean, what do we do?
Bury them in their tunnels.
They'll probably just dig their way out.
Well, if we do,
to say that they're all in their tunnels at the same time.
Well, if we do find them, then we can find real evidence that we could bring to the police instead of hearsay. And I mean, was it a cult that set fire here? We don't. I mean, we know, but can we prove it? And it's not what we know; it's what we can prove.
Yeah.
All they say is the glowing man.
Story.
Yeah, of the glowing man who set the place on fire. That's not enough to convince the law enforcement.
We could couch it all in subtle lies, criminal organization or smugglers or counterfeiters or something like that to get the police involved.
The first question they're going to ask is, how do you know about it? What evidence do you have?
Well, that's why we need the evidence. We can tell them that we stumbled upon it because our friend was hurt.
We're going to have to find these tunnels in the entrance and this woman if we can.
I'm not sure we want to find them.
Yeah,
at least not without
much choice, Professor Hargrave.
Well, I think that our choice can be to be careful for ourselves, change our identities, A little bit of cloak and dagger, if you will.
I don't disagree with that. I am having a thought that if they're trying to cover their tracks, if they're trying to send a message, they set fire to the EPS building. What if the next one is Ashbury?
Perhaps we could bring them to us.
Well, I like this line of reasoning. How would we do that?
Yeah, we have to stay somewhere. A couple of us could go home and turn right
And then
around
sneak
and
back.
sneak back, and the rest of us could stay somewhere where it's quite obvious where we are, and we catch them in the act. It's exactly what we need. Proof.
There's another odd thing. They didn't. We came rushing to find you because we were afraid they were going to kill you. Instead, they just burnt down the building. Nobody died. They didn't murder anyone.
Not for a lack of trying.
Well, maybe they didn't want to murder anyone. They just wanted to send us a message.
Well, yes, I mean, they start murdering people in the town, that's going to get a lot more unwanted attention.
Well, maybe they're the ones that are scared because we're getting too close. If the police do find out that there is a dangerous criminal organization operating underground, that could destroy their whole operation.
I agree, Professor.
At least seriously inconvenience them. They'll have to move their cult somewhere else.
If they had nothing to lose, they'd put no effort into trying to do us in.
And if they really were murderers, they would have just murdered us. They could have murdered Altair right then and there, and they didn't do it. They could have murdered you here at the building, and yet they didn't do it.
Wherever we are, Keeper, if we're in I think we said a park, I want to just take a quick glance around and see if anyone's watching us.
If we see anyone, we're not going to talk.
Yeah.
They could be lip readers.
You are in a park, and there are people present doing people things.
Someone smoking too many cigarettes, someone just too conspicuous.
Give me spot hidden.
Okay.
Actually, make that a luck roll.
No, that's even worse than spot hidden. Oh, that's a failure.
Okay, so you see people, but you don't see anyone acting weird.
We're purposely avoiding being anywhere near somebody who might be listening. So if there are people, they're over there or over there.
Now, the other thing that we can have as a place of operation is Ashbury's home. We've already been there once, so they know about it. If we want to set up a kind of like you said, let people know that we're there, so to speak, and a couple others disappear.
I think we should decide on a random tavern somewhere in town. We should all leave and then sneak back in the middle of the night.
Is there a list of bars, pubs, and taverns in town somewhere? I'm gonna have a look at the list and see if there's anything there that evokes blacksmithing.
The anvil. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So
a bar called the Iron Anvil. Or something.
I also remember there being a stale food or stale drink smell in my little hallucination. I might be on the right track here.
Right. So you're looking through records, and are you asking locals? Because there's not like white pages don't exist. So.
Yeah. I think that would be the way to do it. Ask locals.
Okay. So you find places. But they're all like normal bars: Rusty Anchor, the Corner Pocket, the Violet Hour, Velvet and Smoke, the Iron Horse, the Daily Habit. And one does stand out to you. Well, the Old Town Smithy.
Now, that sounds promising. What do you think, Malcolm?
Sounds like it could be it. I assume that's not, if we were to disperse and meet back up there, I assume that's not the place to go. Just, if that's where they're entering, that's probably their stomping grounds.
Yeah.
And one question is, if they do come back looking for us and they find us, what is our plan?
We should all be armed.
That's not going to be a problem. And I pat my little shoulder holster.
That's a problem for all of us, but
I've taken the Hippocratic Oath, Professor Hargrave. I won't be arming myself.
Does it apply to snakes?
Or lawyers?
I guess they have the snakes on the symbol, so.
When we see a snake, I shall worry about a gun.
Well, it doesn't have to be a gun. We can go to any old smith or general store and get ourselves a axe or a shovel or something.
Knife.
Dr. Brady, I understand the position that you're in. You're good at taking a picture, and I'll show you. I have a little pocket camera, it's German, kind of top of the line. They use it a lot, and I hand it to you. If you could use that, maybe snap a few pictures of what we're looking at. That way I can use my hands for some of the dirty work if we need it.
Very well, Mr. Murphy.
I'm going to want that back, though. It's kind of expensive.
Of course.
Please don't break it.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so we are dispersing just to get people off the trail.
we've chosen that we're going to meet at the Rusty Bucket, which is about 2 blocks away from the Smithy place.
Okay.
And we're going to change our clothes and put on disguises, which is also it's also a skill that I have never used before.
Yeah.
I've got 5.
No,
While
I haven't either.
while we disperse, I'm gonna grab some something more like blue collar. I mean, I'm already wearing just like a white dress shirt that's the sleeves are rolled up. I'm gonna get like a blue collar outfit, and I want to get a pickaxe. I'm gonna buy a pickaxe.
Okay. So this is a town that has a lot that has university students, archaeologists, and stuff like that. And there's actually a market for people to buy, but we would know outside the game as adventuring gear. Those stores have been raided in the night. Now, some of them, I mean, and this happened, this didn't happen last night or even this week, but it's happened within the past month. And they're slowly getting inventory back, but it's very limited. So you can find things like rope, you can find some oil torches, a few flashlights, maybe 2. But this is combined in the city. Like that, they all got hit.
Mm-hmm.
When you say they were raided, they were stolen from, or a lot of people just bought them?
They were stolen from.
That's very suspicious.
Well,
Perhaps the cult itself is doing some exploring of the tunnels.
That was my very first thought.
Or they're getting more inductees.
I'm going to do some naughty things. I am going to take advantage if I see a coat or something hung up on a clothing line, something raggedy and bad. I'm going to take some coal dust and I'm going to put it on my skin so that I look like a poor person walking the street. I won't look like a professor. And I'm thinking that I might be able to walk right by the bar or maybe observe it from across the street and nobody will know it's me.
I'm just going to try
What do
to
you
procure either through purchasing or maybe even just like take it off out of someone's yard, like an axe or a pickaxe or something heavy I can use as a weapon.
I'll be sure to return it later.
Okay, so you're putting on a disguise, Professor Hargrave, as best you can. Do you? You know what? I'm gonna let you cook. Okay, so you cover yourself in cold dust. So what do you do?
Well, I mean, I this is after I've pretended to leave,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've come back.
Okay, understood.
I think I want to see what's going on at that bar. So I'm going to limp my way over to that area and just sort of lean against a wall and smoke a cigarette or something. And I'm in the shadows and I just look like some rando on the street. And I'm just going to observe.
Okay.
And if anybody talks to me, I'm going to use some horrible accent that I've made up.
Okay, I mean, so okay, so the first person who's going to talk to you is like someone trying to give you money. How do you react to them?
Thanks, mate. And I'll take the money.
Okay. All right.
I'll redistribute it later to the poor.
That how benevolent of you. So you wait. You know, you're watching over the hours. You have nothing but time. You do you more. You see plenty of people coming in and out of this bar. You know, it's the kind of culture that it's normal for people, a lot of people to go to a bar, even sometimes children. You know, so. One second.
Nobody.
So
Nobody suspicious.
one person does stand out to you. It's a woman in a hood who has like fire red hair and green eyes, and she looks out around. She looks out around before she heads into the building, and her eyes lock with yours.
I just keep smoking.
She stares at you for a few moments, and then another woman comes up and kind of catches her attention, and they both walk into the bar itself.
I'll step into the shadows and I'm going to make my way back then to the rusty bucket.
Okay. So the rest of you have the rusty bucket eating mediocre food. What else are you doing? Is there anything you do want to do other than lay low? Because I understand that was the plan.
I think that at some point I probably would have gone to one of the stores and just tried to subtly ask about them losing all of their inventory. When did it happen? Did they see anything? Did anybody see anything? What has the police said?
Say that one more time.
I said I would like to go by the stores that were raided, these adventuring stores.
Okay.
But at least to one of them at least, and just ask about them losing their inventory, about the theft, and what the police are saying, if they've learned anything.
Okay. So
I'll go with him.
okay. So you guys, obviously, you're doing this incognito. When you go to these stores, they have relatively the same story. There was no the doors were still locked when they came in the next day. There was no broken glass or any type of forced entry. What was found in each of the stores uh, was a collapsed hole in their basement.
So they think they came up from under the ground like a mole.
That's what they claimed to the police, but the police said that was ridiculous, because an undertaking like that would have taken days, not hours.
Uh, I can see the point, and I'm going to turn back to Professor Xavier, and just with a knowing look. Seamus, did you have a list of the things that we're needing for that little camping trip we're going on?
Yeah, we got a few things that we could be looking for. I'll ask him for a few items. Do you want to ask him any more about maybe some of the stuff that disappeared?
Yeah. Do you know exactly what was taken? Like what things were taken?
Dozens of
At this point, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean dozens of pickaxes and shovels, rations, blankets, hiking boots, ladders, chasm spanners, things like that.
Looks like someone's planning on doing some adventuring.
I tell you what. I asked him, "Do you have any of these things in stock?" And I give him kind of a list of like some lantern or chalk, some backpack, maybe a med kit, some candles. Has he got any of that stuff, or is it all gone?
We got a shipment in. We don't got much, but we have some. How much did you need?
I need provisions for 5. If you happen to have that, if you don't, well, that's okay. Whatever you have available, and we have funds, so we can pay for it.
For 5, right now I have provisions for 5 for maybe 3 days.
I'll take it.
Whatever you have available, we're more than happy to help you out there by also purchasing it.
So, are you going after these people? What's going on?
No, we're adventurers, so we're looking for some other stuff. But we heard that you guys were losing some stuff, several locations. So we were trying to find what we need so that we can go on our own adventure. I don't know anything about this theft stuff. We just heard about it.
All right. So they gather all the stuff. I mean, it's quite a lot of stuff. It takes up a lot of room. So this is gonna. I mean, you have a truck, so they're gonna put this stuff in the back of your car.
Fair enough.
Got a couple of packs maybe that we could put some of this stuff in for our camping trip.
Camping trip.
Aye.
Okay. So yeah, they find some packs for you.
I appreciate it. And I hope you have a lot better luck in the future. Hopefully, and find these people that did this.
You be safe too, because you be safe too. We appreciate it. We appreciate the business. A lot of the universities and they stopped buying from us because we didn't have stuff for a very long time. So this little injection of money is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem. You're more than welcome.
No problem.
All right, so you guys have those things. So that's Murphy and Charles. And what about the rest of you? Professor Hargrave, you were
On my way
masquerading.
back.
You were on your way back. And Brady and Malcolm, what are you guys up to?
Was I able to find that like axe or something?
Like a splitting axe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I probably have that like wrapped up down near my feet, and if Brady's at the bar, I'm just drinking with him. Otherwise, I'm just by myself.
Okay. So Brady, are you at the bar? Or are you somewhere else?
Yeah, I guess I'm at the bar.
All right. So you two at the bar, and as you guys are drinking and talking, the bartender says, "You guys don't seem like you're around, or you're from around here. It's a weird
No.
place to choose for lodgings on a business trip. What are you up to these days?"
Do I look like I have money for a nicer place?
Good point. But he does.
Oh, well, we could stay somewhere else if you prefer.
No, 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 no. I'm just curious. I just don't want any trouble.
Well, I can assure you, you won't find trouble with us.
He has some. Well, let's just say the other places, the nicer places, don't like him too much after a few drinks. He tends to get vulgar. And I'll give him a smile.
We all have our faults.
So they're calculating because you seem like really like educated and like on the higher rung of society, and he's basically calling you Mr. Hyde. So they're kind of like looking you up and down. And for the rest of the night, it's somewhat hard for you to get a refill.
Okay. That's okay. I'm going to just play it up a little bit, like I am actually drinking, and I'll just be loud and obnoxious and, tell stories or whatever.
Okay, what kind of stories are you going to tell?
Well, I'm a psychiatrist, so I guess I'll just tell anecdotes of psychiatry. Like there was a fellow who, was champing down a railroad pike, and an explosion sent the steel shaft up through his jaw, out the backside of his brain, and left a hole that you could stick 2 fingers through and connect them inside. And yet he was walking and talking.
Okay. So a woman's going to throw up. And they're going to politely ask you to stop telling stories.
Nonsense. It's medicine, my friend.
Okay. So around the time they're finished cleaning up the puke, you all arrive back to the bar. So what is the plan from here? I know your plan is to secret to the Old Town Smitty in the night.
I saw the woman. She locked eyes with me, but I can't imagine she recognized me. I was in the dark, in the shade, in the shadows, smoking a cigarette. Ugh.
I also want to let everyone know about the basement entrance into these stores. That might be a good place for us to try to gain access to where they come from. Because they clearly made their way through there. And that would give us a little bit of cover, at least.
Yeah, they're not going to be watching that. So we thought this might be an opportunity for us to reach the vaults without anybody seeing us.
It might require a little bit of burglary, but I think that if for a good cause, it might be okay. At least I've had people tell me that in the past. Well, I still put them in jail.
It's all about intent. You were intending to do good.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll tell the we'll tell the police that when they come in and pick us up. But no, I do believe if we can do that successfully, it might actually be a good way to gain access to this underground area.
Okay.
What does everybody else think?
Well,
What is
Do
the
we
idea
want to
I've
walk into
heard?
the lion's den?
No, the alternative is to sit around and wait for them to come to us. So
Well, the alternative is for them just to kill us because we've walked into the lion's den.
you
Well,
don't want that.
we can go and do a little bit of snooping before we descend, as you say, into the lion's den. Perhaps it's just going into a passage that will let us be able to sneak up on them. I mean, we don't know until we look. That's just an idea.
Once again, sneak up on them. We sneak up on them, and then what do? We go, gotcha.
I,
I did see a lot of people going in and out of that bar. With the right disguise, we could go into the bar and just pretend to be people in the bar. Maybe we'll overhear evidence.
but that is true. The only thing that is leading me to think that it's possible that we might need to venture underground, or at least to look and see what we can find, is that it seems like, except for setting fire to the EPS building, they seem to keep all their nefarious activity where people aren't looking at them.
If the cult is large enough, we could all get the tattoos and pretend to be members. They wouldn't necessarily know that we weren't members.
Why don't we just go in when the bar is closed?
There's also that.
Well, Professor, there's another item of note. When we were in the store talking to the proprietor, said that the theft was not a little one. It was actually rather large. They were taking ladders and pickaxes and multitudes of things that aren't easily absconded with, unless you have
Sounds
people
like
to
they're
use them.
sounds like they're digging for something.
maybe the book Ashbury mentioned had something to do with it, where they're digging.
Maybe they're building themselves a temple.
Didn't Ashbury say, or McAlpine in the letter said that Ashbury said something about going on a quest to look for a temple? Maybe they're
Could be Roman in nature.
Well, he did say that the entrance was in a bar. He said, or maybe a smith, and there's the old smithy bar. I think we should go investigate. But
I
if
don't.
you are not willing to at least walk in and
Well,
be seen,
if we get in and we get into the tunnels and we start to search, at least two of us need to be designated that if something goes down, they have to run and get out and get the authorities, not stay there and fight and die. If we all die, then we've done nothing.
I believe that should be you and Brady, Hargrave. Those
And possibly Professor Xavier. I mean, it seems like the three of you would be the most believable in a situation like this.
Well, if I was to quantify the amount of speed that I have, I would give it about a 7.
well, look, are any of us realistically going to stick around for a fight? We're going to run if we encounter resistance, aren't we? We're going to escape, and we should help each other.
yes.
To the best of our ability. And I'm not any faster than you are, Professor. All right. So we'll be side by side. Or as one says, I don't have to outrun the threat, just need to outrun you. I'm kidding.
But that's
But
the
just
truth.
like-
Somebody has to get out. The others will block the way so that the enemy can't get to them. Here am I talking about a war, but all right, let's stick our noses in and see what the hornets are doing. Or the snake's nest.
Okay. So we're going to be sticking our noses in. We're taking the gear, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are we going into the bar, or are we going into the goods store?
Oh, I thought we were going to go. Well,
What's in the goods
eventually
store?
we're going to go into the bar and the basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
But probably after it closes. What did you say?
Yeah.
When
The,
does a
the,
bar
base-
close in the
the
1920s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it close at all?
They don't
Yeah.
really close.
Hmm.
Well, let's pick a time when it's least busy, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
Because
they
people do
might
have
be. They might be using part of the sewage system to move around there too. Could there be? Is there any like manhole covers or anything that maybe we could take a peek in and see if that's?
I don't know. I don't think the sewers are much more than just small tunnels.
But it would be better to use them to dig a tunnel. Wouldn't you think to move about the city if you needed to?
If they were big enough, I'm thinking they're probably only 2 feet high.
I see.
It seems based on your account that they have no problem digging. Xavier.
From what they've stolen, yes.
There's also if they are actually excavating, they've got to put the dirt somewhere. Or the rock and dirt.
Perhaps they found their way into some caves that were already there and they're just spelunking.
Maybe.
Possible.
Well,
They do have some of the gear they have taken is for allowing them to span across large chasms.
can we say that I've armed myself at least?
If you'd like.
Yeah.
How are you getting the gun?
Hold on. A Walmart.
Back alley it is. So let's roll.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are we going to roll here?
Got a 34, so whatever we roll.
Roll your credit rating for me.
Credit rating. Oh, my credit rating is 35. So I just barely passed.
Okay.
Sell a wealthy man a gun. They'll do that.
So the gun they give you has seen better days.
So when you say that, what we'll say that it's a 38 special.
Mm-hmm.
But
it wasn't well kept. A lot of carbon.
Instead of
little bit of rust.
Instead of double
of
zero for malfunction, it'll be like 95 and higher. I
think that's fair.
Okay. 38.
Yeah, this pistol definitely has character.
And my abilities to shoot a gun are 45. That's not bad. Okay. So I've shot a gun before.
You have.
Because I'm an anthropologist, and sometimes, the natives get out of hand.
That is so true. It's disturbing.
A little tactile negotiation.
What dynamite's for. I'm not an archaeologist.
Wow.
I don't blow things up.
All right. So, anyone else heading to the back alley for a pistol?
I have my.
I already had one.
Okay. Just be warned. Alistair is former law enforcement, but he has enough weight that he can get away with it. If you are not former or current law enforcement like him, you are breaking the law. I just want you to be aware of that.
We're saving the world.
Yep.
So
you keep telling yourself that during your arraignment. Okay.
Charles can bring some dynamite. He is an archaeologist.
Yep. And I do have on my sheet a 38 that I have carried before. Just for edification.
This is a well-armed group of academics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, underground natives gonna get restless too.
Why do you keep going back to murdering natives? Okay, moving along.
It's Scotland. It's fine.
We're actually murder hobos, so
Wow. Okay.
You know, for archaeologists, every great once in a while, there's a guy with a bunch with big swords swinging at you. You just got to take him out.
yeah, exactly. That's the way. This is the way.
All right. Okay. So you guys grabbed. You have your gear. Are we heading to the store first, or or we're gonna wait till about 3 in the morning and go to the bar?
Do we need to go to the store now?
Well, if we go to the store, they have the hole in the basement. If we go to the bar, I think we'd be keen to see if the bartender might actually be part of this cult.
Dr. Brady, you're muted.
What would we do with that information?
If he's part of the cult, well, that would explain, number one, how they're getting in and out, and also if we're a little too suspicious, we might relay some information back. And there might also be other people in the bar who are members of the cult. So I think that either way, we need to be careful.
Risk is tipping them off, though, yes?
No. I'll start from your vision. Which do you think we should do?
Well, from the vision, did I come from the direction of the bar?
Yes, you did.
Well, if we're looking at the vision, I came from that direction from the bar, but we do have this large hole in which the perpetrators of this theft came through, which are probably cult members.
Did they just leave the hole open?
No, it's been closed.
I mean, a hole going underground is probably something we could reopen as long as we're careful. So either way.
Is there an outside way into the basement of the bar?
That's a great question.
You know, like the doors that open like that. We might be able to sneak down there without alerting the people upstairs.
Like a storm cellar.
Cellar
or
doors,
delivery.
yeah. Well, that was a question for the GM.
Oh, okay. So,
are there cellar doors on the outside of the bar to get to the basement?
No. From what you can see, and you've been looking at the bar for a while, there's one way in.
So the only way
into the
basement is inside. Yeah.
So the only real question is, do we send people in before they close or not? Right?
Well, go ahead.
I mean, I was just going to say, if we stay until 3 in the morning, there might not be anybody in the bar after that. I mean, people who go to these bars are still working class. They have to get up in the morning and work.
We don't know until we send someone in to find out.
We could just storm in there and tie up the bartender.
There's always that. Or I can go in and get a drink.
Mr. Murphy, I think it was your idea. I think you should go.
We'll wait outside with the truck or the car.
I'll meander into the bar and sit down at the bar and get a drink and take a look around.
Okay. So you walk into the Old Town Smitty. It's a small public house, about a mile south from the former location of the Institute. The pub interior is very traditional, dark plastered walls, stained and warped floorboards, and a smattering of old local artifacts and stuffed animals on display on the wall. There's a long bar that vies for space with a small number of tables and low chairs. And you walk in, and you said you head to the bar, correct?
I'm going to order a drink. Whatever kind of ale they have. Seems to be a local favorite.
Okay. So there is a man behind the bar, and he slides over to your side, and he says, "Is there anything? What can I get you?"
I like an ale if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. Been one of those days.
He pours you one. Um, it's okay. Um, and so while you're drinking it, he says, "I haven't seen you here before."
Oh, hi. Just passing through on business.
Oh, what kind of business?
Oh, a little bit of this and that. Planning on going on a camping trip soon, and was going to check on some of the stores they have around here. Apparently, there's a little bit of a theft, and I own a couple of stores back in or one store back in Glasgow. There's not that many stores in Glasgow, and it's just seeing what kind of competition they had over here, prices and whatnot. And apparently, everybody's been stolen from. You heard anything about that?
Oh, no, that was the first I heard of that. But
Oh, really?
I don't really frequent those type of establishments.
Oh. Well, I figured if that many stores got stolen from, it'd probably be the talk of the town. Maybe I'm mistaken.
If you want, you can give me a psychoanalysis.
Let's see. I have a 1 in that.
Oh,
I don't think that's going to be good. So
You mean psychoanalysis or psychology?
no, psychoanalysis. Psychology is a little bit different.
yeah, I would have preferred psychology. I do want to. Are his sleeves rolled up or are they down?
They're rolled up.
Do I see a tattoo?
You do not.
Hmm.
But you do see a lot of scars. Some of them look like day-to-day scars, but some of them, particularly on his forearm, look deliberate.
Interesting. Have we heard anything about self-flagellation from this cult? From any of the things that we've been dealing with?
Not currently.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much I want to play into that. This is a lovely ale. I really appreciate it. You tend to be pretty busy on days like this.
We're always busy. There's always people working from all hours of the night. That's why I
Oh,
talk to travelers. There's always something new going on in the city.
well, so
But
yeah,
you're
people coming in all night long.
So I mean, do you have a? I mean, so what kind of business are you in that you need that type of equipment?
Oh, I was saying that I own one of those type of stores back in Glasgow, and I came over here to kind of check on the competition and see if there was any way of kind of moving in the area, possibly partnering up with. But apparently, it was not a very good time for that.
Yeah, it sounds like now's the time to expand your business into here.
Oh, possibly, but if there's a group of people going around stealing that type of gear, I may not want to. I guess there's risk in all kinds of business. I want to look around the room while we're having this conversation. Do I see like where the entrance is that would possibly go down to the basement? Like an open doorway or something that may lead in that direction?
Let's see. So you don't see like a basement door. You do see a back door behind the bar.
Okay, so you'd have to go behind the bar to get to it. That's complicated. Um, who else is in the tavern with me? Are there other people? Anybody that seems like they're trying to pay a little bit too much attention?
Currently, there's about 4 to 5 people. No one's really paying attention to you right now.
All right. Um, I don't know how much more information I can get from this guy. I think I'm just gonna finish my drink and mosey on, pay my tab and mosey on back out.
Actually, and I was incorrect. Uh, Give me a psychology roll.
Oh, okay. I will spend 5 luck points and make that a success.
Okay. Uh, this man is nervous. He's been nervous since you started talking about the thefts.
Whoa. Okay. So, what do I do with that information? Let's
Uh,
see.
so what he says is, well, you can always talk to the police. Maybe they can give you some insight.
Oh, I mean, well, I don't want to cause a lot of trouble. You get a lot of times when you go and speak to the police. I mean, you get them involved. They're like, what are you involved in it? Why are you asking these questions? Why do you have all this gear in the back of your vehicle? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that guy.
So
So
you
I
have
just
gear in the
it's
back of
curious.
your car?
Well, that's the business that I'm in. I told you once I passed through here, I was planning on going on a camping trip.
A camping trip.
Oh,
Where?
just up in the hills, just somewhere close by, near the wooded areas, out and about.
Oh,
Normally, what I do is I go, I see an area like that looks very interesting, and I just go and see, like a little exploration. It's good for the soul.
I mean, if that's the type, I mean, that's the type of business you're in. I mean, I see a lot of people going into the woods to the north of the city. Maybe you can find a lead there.
Ah, do you see anyone traveling about? I have heard about something called the vault underneath the city.
The
And
vaults. What are you talking about?
a little underground area. I've heard some people on the streets talking about it. It did pique my interest because if that's a place that I can go and check out a little more exploration, that'd be absolutely interesting. I have never done that.
There's nothing down there that you want to see. It's just pitch black.
Oh,
People
you've
go
been
down there to
there.
hide.
You've been there.
Of course, I live in the city. Everyone knows about it. I haven't been down there myself, but
Oh,
nothing good comes from going down there.
everyone I talked to said all the entrances were boarded up. How do you get down?
I don't get down. I just know that you shouldn't go down there.
Oh, you said you've been down there before.
I never said that. Look, I have other customers.
I
Check the
don't
list.
mean I don't mean to pry. I was just you piqued my interest.
Yeah, and you're making me uncomfortable. And he kind of slides down the bar.
That's for the Thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the ale.
Yeah,
I'll give
yeah,
him
whatever.
I'll give him a big tip.
He takes that.
And then I'll mosey back outside.
All right. So you mosey back on outside, and what do you say to the rest of the gang?
I'll let him know what I ran into. The bartender seems a bit nervous. I did not see a tattoo, so but I did see some scarring. It looks like he's been hurting himself, or someone's been hurting him. He's got some fresh marks on him. Looks like they may be self-inflicted. So he might be connected, maybe something else. What do
Wonder
you
if
think
he's
about
been.
that, Dr. Brady?
I wonder if he's
Where
been
were
digging or caving. That might
yeah,
explain it.
I
That
think
might be.
we've got a little evidence that stuff has gone missing for digging. I bet this cult is looking for something.
Again, I think it's something to do with the Roman tunnels. I mean, they had a book on it. They're probably trying to find something old here.
Yes, maybe we should have another look at that book.
You know, a lot of times during the Christian era, they built things on top of pagan temples. So it may be, in fact, that there was a pagan temple that got buried, and then, Edinburgh Castle is built on this giant rock, and there are tunnels underneath it. That makes sense if they're looking for something.
Suggesting they're looting artifacts, Professor Hargrave?
Or maybe they're convinced that they can awaken whatever deity they believe in. I mean, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. But
if there are artifacts down there, then we have but to take a camera down there and find evidence of it, and we can have the Royal Geographic Society or whatever claim it to be a historical site. And
it's also a way to manage the situation. If we can convince them that there are looters down there, that might be even more effective than the police.
Yes. Photographs is all we need.
Absolutely. And I have a question for you, Professor Hargrave, also for you, Professor Xavier. With your background, is there any historical record of some ancient religious sect that lived here that would have like an underground temple, maybe from pre-recorded history?
Well, as our friend Professor Ashbury has pointed out, there were snake cults in this area. That's not unusual anthropologically. You do find snake cults in a lot of cultures. So the answer is yes. There probably long before Christianity, there were snake cults in this area. And it's very possible that they could have built a temple and that the Christians ultimately buried it.
Well, then that brings up my interesting question. Did St. Patrick really run the snakes out of Scotland?
Oh, well, I think he ran them out of Ireland.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, in the area.
That's a metaphor.
It's been a long time since I've been to church, Professor.
the snake usually refers to is Satan, and St. Patrick helped convert the people to Christianity, and thus he drove the devil out of Ireland, so to speak. I don't actually know if Ireland has snakes or not, but I think everywhere has snakes.
Do they have snake cults?
No, it probably did. The snake is a symbol of the path of life. It's very common. Even Christianity has kind of a snake cult, don't they? The Garden of Eden with the snake in the tree, and it's
again. It's been a long time since I've been to the church, but I usually tend to think that the snake was associated with evil.
Sometimes not. But the professor, one of the books that we wrote speculates that the fact that there are so many snake cults around the world, and that there are so many references to dragons, which were basically giant snakes, that maybe there is something that we just don't have any fossil evidence of. But maybe at one time there were giant snakes. Maybe they were worshipped as gods.
This is all interesting, but we have a plan of action for tonight. Are we going in? Are we?
He never closes the bar. Do we think that there's an entrance at the store as well?
Well, I believe it was sealed from what Xavier and Murphy said.
It might actually be the safer option.
And
you go down and break it open.
But
so depending on how they close it up.
Were the other entrances just boarded up, or were they actually bricked up? Because we could just find another one and knock it out.
A sledgehammer will knock out a brick wall pretty easily.
Yeah,
I don't think that
a sledgehammer.
I will say also that the bartender says something about people being in the woods up north. When I mentioned I was going to go camping, I was asking about the thefts that had been taking place.
But you don't
So
trust
we
them
might could
yet.
find some answers there. He seemed very nervous.
That could just be a ruse to send you in a completely meaningless direction.
It's possible. But I'm fairly
Unless maybe
certain.
his name was Chekhov.
So, do we remember from the city map we looked at, was that an entrance close by to this bar to the vaults that was boarded up?
Do you remember if there was an entrance to the vault that was boarded up?
Yeah,
That's
or
close to where we are now.
nearby.
So there are entrances to the vaults all over the city. The problem is finding the right entrance to get to the right area. Now, when it comes to the stores that sold the equipment, those weren't like known entrances. It just seems like they burrowed in from below.
Don't know
Okay,
how
so
they connect, or if they connect at all.
well, but it's a good idea. If they burrowed in from below, and this is a recent thing, then they probably haven't had time to fix the burrow. What if we break into the store, go down and find the burrow and follow it along? Maybe we'll get to where we want to be.
That's a
Anyway,
possibility. If we try to use the bottle, we're going to need to convince the bartender that we're part of this cult to be able to get down. I have a feeling.
Or we need a distraction.
or
Or do we need a distraction?
tie him up.
There's always that. But he's going to have customers in here the whole night. We have to tie everybody up.
Too bad we can't get our hands on some of that DMT with cobra venom. But actually, now that I think about it, I do have a medical license. Might be able to get my hands on something that could knock him out.
Like, here, does this smell like chloroform to you?
Or one of us could try to bluff our way and say we're a detective investigating it and pull him off to the side to distract while the rest of us go.
We don't know if he's got a shotgun behind that counter. I'm in favor of finding another entrance nearby and smashing it open. I mean, if it's nearby and there are tunnels, it probably all connects. What do you think? It's dark. Nobody will see us.
Based on a fair number of assumptions, Professor Hargrave.
Well, we know where one is in the goods store.
Aye.
And we can assume, I mean, the assumptions don't mean that we shouldn't do it. But if we walk into that bar across the street, it's not going to be easy.
No.
Go in through the other entrance. They will surely be tipped off in the morning when they come in and they see the wall is.
Well, I hope we'll have already been in and out.
And it's not like they're expecting to get robbed again, really.
Yes,
I mean,
but if it doesn't lead us to where we need to go, then we're in a lot of trouble, aren't we?
But
We'll still.
the tunnels were used by the snake cult, so they probably left a trail of some sort to get back to the main network.
And if
Well,
not, we
it
can
doesn't
try
seem to be-
again tomorrow night.
That's what you want.
There didn't seem to be any evidence that they left the store. They entered through the floor and went back out through the floor. So wherever they came from, that's how they did it.
And it's not real easy to stealthily carry a pile of tools and not leave a trail.
Ladders.
Ladders. True,
That's exactly right.
The store it is.
We just have to reopen it.
Yep.
At least if we do it that way, we won't have eyes on us. Hopefully.
All right, we're going to the store then.
Okay. All right. So we are heading to the store. You head back to the store. It's closed. How are we going to get in?
We'll break in through the back door.
Anybody pick locks?
I do.
All right. Give me a lockpicking roll.
All right. Never mind. I do not. I tend to be a little more forceful when I break a lock. I'm gonna get somebody else to help with that. Is that a window that we could maybe get in?
I mean,
Give me it in.
sure.
I mean, you can
think
always
that-
roll on locksmithing, and maybe
Yeah.
you'll get a low enough roll that you can use luck to.
I mean, you can also push the roll.
I have a 1.
Me
Oh,
too.
lockpicking?
Give
Yeah,
yourself
I'm-
a running start and push the
Oh,
roll.
I thought someone said they had lockpicking.
I thought that I thought that I did, and I was mistaken.
Oh,
I have
Grossly
a little bit.
mistaken.
I have a little bit of mechanical repair that could come in handy, but just take the door off.
Remember, if you get lucky and you get 10, you could use luck to make the difference.
I'll try it.
I got 71. I'm not going to spend that much luck.
That's a 40.
That's a lot of luck.
that's a lot of luck.
I don't exactly have that much.
Well, there's always strength. We could try to break it.
There's also
What
a
are we
brick
getting?
to the side. You can also use the brick.
Also, would we be better off trying to get through the window?
Maybe.
Okay.
Hopefully the owners don't live at the store.
Not
So
a
the
lot of
windows are up
options.
high for obvious security reasons, much like what you're doing right now. So, how are you gonna circumvent that?
That's
Who's
What
getting
inconvenient. Well,
I can stand out so someone can climb on my shoulders. I have a size of 70, so
if we can break a window and get in from the
What?
top and then unlock the door.
What's my size?
Yeah, who wants to climb up?
Who's the strongest person?
Malcolm.
So maybe you get on our shoulders, and then you have the strength to pull yourself up and through the window.
Here, take this and I'll hand you the brick.
I will describe accurately what bricks I'm made from as I'm holding this. Well, whose shoulders am I climbing on?
On mine and maybe Murphy's.
Mhm.
All right. I will try to climb up on him, then lift myself up to the window and see if I can get it open.
Okay. So the window is unlocked, but it is old, and it's been painted over multiple times. So it's going to be difficult to open it up. But go ahead and give me. So you're on someone's shoulders right now, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm on two people's shoulders. I think they're helping me together.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. Roll me your dex. I think that's fair.
Okay, that's a hard success. 2350.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So you're able to push this window in a way that it slides up, and it's a muffled screech as the metal channel that's been caked up with paint begins to release itself, but the window is open. So do you climb in?
Yep.
Okay.
Lock the door from the inside.
Yeah, and I'll go around and unlock the door.
Okay. So you head in, you unlock the door. It's the 1920s. There are no alarms.
Alarms. We'll all
Bring
slip inside.
Yeah, bring everything with us, though. What we can.
Okay. So, I mean, it's very clear where this happened. It's covered in yellow caution tape, and it's uneven earth. So you know exactly where to dig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's get to work.
Yep.
Okay. So you all begin digging. Are you digging all together, or are you taking shifts?
Well, however many can fit, maybe 3 at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, then the others are keeping watch,
Okay. So, which 3 are digging?
I'll go. I'll dig first.
I'll dig.
I can start.
Yep. Archaeologist, anthropologist, we know how to dig.
Yes, we do.
Geologist, too.
We got a little tiny brush that we're doing.
Yeah.
It's going to take forever.
So over hours and hours, you dig. This hole was deep.
But it's loose dirt, so...
It's loose dirt and rock and clay. So it is hard digging.
Dr. Brady's version of like a blue-collar digger's outfit is like taking off his suit coat and vest and rolling up his sleeves.
Floor shut zipper boots.
Yeah.
Okay, so you continue to dig. It takes you about 5 hours. After 5 hours, who's in the hole? Raise your head. Wallace, Murphy, Brady. Okay, Brady, I need you to give me a dexterity roll. And I'm going to describe why. As you are digging, you're just working on the railroad all the livelong day, and you slam your pickaxe or shovel down into the dirt, and the whole bottom collapses under you. Now, the other 2, you're able to kind of like scurry up to the side.
Can I try to catch him? Just grab him.
You can try. Yeah, so you jump. He is falling. So you grab his hand, or let's say you grab him by his you took your vest off, right?
Grab my shirt. His suspenders.
You grab him by his suspenders, which is a horrible suspenders and shirt.
He's get wedgie.
He is hanging over what to you seems like just a bottomless cavern.
Don't let go! Don't let go!
And you hear that echoing through the expanse.
Jesus.
Can I lunge for him as well to try to help pull him out?
Okay. All right. So with you two, I won't make you roll. You're able to pull him out safely.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, you dug a bit too deep there, Doctor.
Light a piece of cloth or something on fire and drop it in the hole. See how far down it goes.
Didn't we get rope and lanterns? We could also just lower a lantern. Or it both worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, you guys lower that lantern down. What you see, sorry, hiccups. What you see is a large cavern. You don't see the bottom.
How the hell
How did I get up here?
this whole area could collapse into that space, that void.
What we were looking for, isn't it? We're going to have to go in.
We can't even lower the lantern down far enough that we've gotten to the end of the rope.
Lowering it down, are there any caverns on the sides that we can see? Or is it just straight down?
It's straight down. You see some natural columns that are looks to be holding the weight, but it's straight down.
I want to grab a small rock from what we were breaking and look at then drop it and see how long it takes for I hear something when it hits the bottom.
After about 60 seconds, you hear it hit water.
Oh, that's not bad. We can do it and go for a swim.
That's how many miles down?
That must
I
be
mean,
a lot.
60 seconds of falling is...
Oh, I wasn't being serious.
How
1,000 feet.
how could they have gotten up to this?
Apparently, they can fly.
Well, there's no way we can get down in there. There's not enough rope.
How does the whole of Edinburgh not just fall into
Fall
this
into it,
chasm?
right?
Well, we definitely can't get down in there. So we got to find. There's no way to go that way. How did
So
they
if
get
you're
up?
still looking around, what you see is you can see holes in the side of the cavern, like so holes in this expanse. So
How big are the
What
holes?
is- about 4 feet across, 4 feet tall.
And
So
there's-
what seems to
there's-
have happened is they dug in and then covered their tracks with explosives. But the explosives did a little bit too much damage, and it blew up multiple levels of the tunnels.
Oh,
Does it look like we can access some of the holes from where we are? Or is that going to be impossible?
It's possible, but you're going to have to basically, I think what they call it when mountain climbers are
Rappel.
Repel?
Belay.
belay. That you're going to have to
Oh.
belay across the ceiling to the cavern.
Almost
You
morning.
have climbing
We're-
gear.
Does anyone know how to climb?
Not
don't
on
have
the
a great
ceiling.
score. Yeah, no, ceiling. Not a great score, but
No, I don't climb.
I mean, I climbed the tree a couple of times, but nothing like this.
We might have to
Yeah.
abandon this way and try the bar after all, or find another way in.
Guess maybe there's something in the book. The book on the tunnels, maybe Ashbury, something in Ashbury's notes. But we should get some sleep. We've been up all night.
And I think this is going to be for a loss tonight. At least we know
Just
how they
leave
did
the
it.
hole. They won't know how it got unopened.
Well,
Maybe they'll call the police and the police will see the hole and that'll get them all suspicious.
So just to be clear, we're going to leave the hole, right?
I think so.
We can't really fill it up.
Can't really
Yeah,
fill it up.
not going to be enough time for dirt to fill that hole up.
Oh, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, excuse my language.
Okay, so you guys
It's okay, Professor. I think it's appropriate right now.
exit the building.
yes.
And make your way back to the Rusty Bucket to regroup. There will be a cutscene of a man named Edward who comes in to open the store in the morning, and he sees the hole once he goes in the basement and decides, I have some PTO, and he leaves and he locks up and he leaves.
Just the new trash can. You know,
Here.
just dump all your trash down there.
That's where we're going to end it tonight. and we'll figure out how we're getting into the catacombs the next
Next episode.
episode. I forgot the word episode. I'm sorry.
Cool. Our players included Stefan Amshi, Timothy McJunkin, Shane Hartman, Sawyer Hill, and myself with Joseph Clay as the Keeper of Arcane Lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.